Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jason, the Overwhelmed Gamer here, and today I am sharing something really special with you. It's my top 5 RPGs of all time, and these games shaped my love for not only the genre, but gaming itself. For those that follow along the channel, you know I've missed a large chunk of game playing in my life, and my list might be a little bit different than what a lot of people's would be. And there was a time where I pretty much exclusively played nothing but RPGs, to the point where I'm going back and playing some non-RPGs of super great games that I've missed out on. But anyway, with that being said, let's jump right into it with number 5. Coming in at number 5 is a classic that started it all for the console generation anyway, and we are looking at Dragon Warrior for the NES. Now, I didn't play this one until recently. This game was a true trailblazer for RPGs in the West, introducing so many of us to the genre. And I know what you're thinking, but today's standards, it's simple, the grinding is super bad. But even playing it recently, I did really enjoy this game, and I can see how revolutionary it was. I will say, since I've played this one recently, I don't know that I can handle so much of the grinding that this one had. But thinking back of my time, it was still an absolute blast. The story was good, the graphics were not bad at all for an 8-bit game, and it was just a pleasure to jump into a game that kind of started it all. If you've never played Dragon Warrior, do yourself a favor and give it a shot. Just be ready for a bit of old school grinding. At number 4, we've got Shining Force for the Sega Genesis. This tactical RPG is pure magic. I remember just absolutely falling in love with the graphics during battles. It's got a great story, memorable characters, and an addictive combat system. I loved building my team and strategizing every move. What made this game stand out for me was how attached I got to the characters. You'd lose a character in battle and that was it. The stakes felt real, and it made every decision meaningful. If you're a fan of more modern games like Fire Emblem, this is a must-play. It's a gem from the 16-bit era that deserves all the love it gets. Now for something a bit more modern, number 3 is Sea of Stars. This game is an absolute love letter to classic RPGs, but it also does its own thing in the very best way possible. I'm telling you, Sea of Stars hit me right in the feels. The gorgeous pixel art, the amazing soundtrack, and the clever turn-based combat, it all comes together just perfectly. The story is beautifully written and the world is so immersive. If you haven't checked it out yet, I highly recommend it. It's proof that the RPG genre is still alive and well. Number 2 is a game that blew my mind when I first played it. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. This game showed me just how deep and engaging RPGs could be. The moral choices, the party interactions, the incredible plot twists. Knights of the Old Republic was just everything I wanted from a Star Wars game and more. And the fact that your decisions actually impacted the game, you could go full Jedi or embrace the dark side, it was just great. Whether you're a Star Wars fan or not, this game is a masterpiece. It's one of those RPGs that stays with you long after the credits roll, and I'm kind of shocked they haven't done another one yet. And here it is. My number 1 RPG of all time is Final Fantasy II for the Super Nintendo, or as it's known in Japan, Final Fantasy IV. This game is the reason I fell in love with RPGs, and is actually the first RPG I ever played to completion. I remember it being the first game that actually made me feel something and appreciate the characters. The story of redemption, the unforgettable characters, and the incredible music. Everything about this game is perfection to me. I still get chills when I think about Cecil's transformation from Dark Knight to Paladin. This game had such an emotional impact on me. It's not just my favorite RPG, it's one of my favorite games, period. If you've never played it, you're missing out on one of the best gaming experiences ever. So there you have it. That's my top 5 RPGs of all time. Did any of these make your list? Let me know in the comments below. And I'm also always looking for recommendations too. So give me your list, recommend some games to me. And don't forget, if you like what we're doing here, like, subscribe, the bell, all that fun YouTube stuff. That's it. We'll see you in the next video.